Today, I would like to once again step away from stuttering and address the hot topic of how to build and maintain fulfilling and long-lasting relationships. I see that the society is in crisis at the moment, whereas roles of men and women got very confused and tangled. People lost connection with themselves. Men don't seem to know how to be men, and women don't know how to be women. Minds are captivated by all sorts of false ideas and ideologies, going from one extreme to another, where people believe that men are worse than women or women are worse than men. Gender competition, this confuses people and makes them forget about the natural laws that govern our lives, which causes all sorts of relationship breakdowns, loneliness, desperation, depression, mental health problems, dissatisfaction, and very often I see loss of meaning in life. There are two people out there sitting and believing there is something wrong with them. They are not worthy of love, not good enough to be validated. Whereas all they need to do is to understand themselves. Then love will come naturally into their lives, and when it comes, it will be healthy, long-lasting, and will help you uncover many personal strengths that were hidden until now. I believe that couples are formed so that the two people can show each other treasures and diamonds they could not see when they were single. That is the kind of magic that happens when you get the balance right. So let's get to it. Why is it hard to build relationship? Find a perfect partner and maintain that relationship. Why relationships break down? It is all to do with the roles people unconsciously play, both men and women. In today's reality, with all the information, ideologies and influences people are exposed to, it is no wonder we have problems. Men often don't know how to be men. They tend to be unassertive, too soft, they don't take initiative, cannot lead, afraid of taking charge, for fear of rejection, judgment, invalidation, for fear of being punished. By whom, you might ask? Well, by their mothers, of course, or other women they might perceive as stronger and more dominant. Why this happens? Well, this goes back to childhood. Boys very often lack good and healthy role models when they grow up. This happens because parents get divorced, or they were raised only by the mother, or they grew up in a family where the father was only theoretically present, but took no active part in bringing up his son, and where the mother had no choice but to take double roles, trying to be both a mother and a father to her son, which is extremely difficult for a woman and emotionally draining. It leads to her developing masculine traits as she tries to adapt to the situation. And the son, well, he gets confusing messages as to what being a man entails. Then a boy grows up and he might adapt feminine behavioral traits that he naturally copied from his mother. And this is not his fault that he doesn't know how to be a man. He is unassertive, avoids risks, chooses to stay in the shadow, which is energetically more aligned with feminine energy than masculine. And the result of this is that he struggles to achieve success as an individual. And if things don't change, it will continue to be so. Naturally, men are not just physically, but energetically different from women. Men are in charge of the material world, material possessions, material success. This comes easily to a man when he mans up, when he steps into his masculinity more, makes a conscious decision to be more assertive, open, deciding what he really wants in life, when he begins to make actual steps towards his dreams and not just talking, when he stops being afraid of taking risks when it is needed, taking more initiative and the leading role. As a woman, I can testify that this is very attractive. It makes a woman feel naturally safe to be with a man like that, the man with balls. In relationship with a man who is in touch with his masculine powers and not afraid of it, and can be a woman. She can finally relax and rule her natural emotional domain, give love and pleasure in the relationship. This is a win-win situation for both. Relationship problems arise for women when they also don't know how to be women. There are tons of confusing messages out there. One tells women to grow hair and wear long skirts. Another extreme portrays a woman as a warrior with a spear in her hand. Women are made to believe that they are worse than men, that they have to compete, fight, and worse still, that men and women are the same. No, we are not the same. We are energetically and physically different. Men are more aligned with the material world. This is their realm. Women, on the other hand, are in charge of the emotional domain. And this is what we need to pay more attention to if we are to achieve happiness, harmony, health, beauty, and find true and lasting love in our lives. Surrounded by conflicting messages, whereas women are told to be ashamed and even disown their femininity, women try to emulate men, taking masculine roles, fighting, competing, suppressing their emotions for fear of coming across as weak, emotional, and on period. Women get disconnected from their feminine powers, from their feminine energy. They man up, becoming more tense, stressed out, controlling, putting too much on our fragile shoulders. Stress and pressure drain and weaken a woman. And the more we push and fight, the weaker and sicker we become. There is no power here, only disconnection, disease, and suffering. This way, you can never learn to love yourself. And if you cannot love yourself, you can never really know what it is to love another person or how to love another person. You can confuse love with other substitutes such as lust, possessiveness, control, anything but love. That is not powerful and will never lead you to finding and maintaining true, healthy, loving, and lasting relationship with another person. Women's power is in her emotional state of composure, relaxation, pleasure, and connectedness with her emotions, with her emotional realm. A woman that dived and explored her emotional depths knows her power. She is strong and deep, captivating. She is magnetic. She can inspire, support, love, motivate, become a great life partner and a wife to her man. Women's primary goal must be to make themselves happy. Happiness as in live in a relaxed state, mentally, physically, and spiritually. We can then support our men, believe in them, inspire them, but never compete with them, because a wise woman knows the simple fact: men and women are different, just different, like sweet and square. There is no way to compare. If you want to make a cup of tea, you probably need something sweet. If you want to build something, you need something square. There is no way to compare, and there is no need to. Physically, energetically, we are different. It is pointless to compete. We need to understand our roles, embrace them, and learn to cooperate and support each other. And this is the foundation of the power couples. When a man and a woman that know their roles and play them well, when they don't cross over to each other's territory, they unite, they get together, they become very powerful. Their energies are amplified in this union. In the Bible, there is a saying: when a couple says to the mountain, move, the mountain moves. This is how powerful and harmonious this relationship can be. Life of both people in such union transforms. Both can easily reach fulfillment and success in career, health goals, sexual lives, growing up emotionally, and achieving ultimate realization as individuals. Unfortunately, there are not many couples like that, simply because the messages people receive about their roles are so conflicting and confusing. One couple that comes to mind straight away is Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Very powerful roles that are clearly aligned. Both are very fulfilled and successful individuals. There is no competition. There is cooperation and mutual support. That is powerful couple. That is power couple. And people like that, together, they can move mountains easily. Another example are Victoria and David Beckham. When she met him, he was just a very average young man, kicking around his ball. But with her feminine wisdom and approach, he became a successful sportsman, a sex symbol, and even a fashion icon. He also self-actualized in so many ways and domains. She became a fashion designer and a very successful businesswoman. Wow, this is another example of a power couple. A woman that is in touch with her femininity, knows her powers, possesses wisdom. She never competes. She is there to support. She knows how to believe in her man, helping him achieve practically any goal. And also, because she doesn't compete, she is not afraid of her man's success. She knows that once he succeeds, the energy will change. He won't be a sofa cat anymore. He won't be a sofa cat anymore. He will be more in the limelight. He will get more attention, but she can handle it and amplify that too quite well. Being a power couple doesn't mean that there can never be any problems. Of course, issues can and will arise. It is just much easier to find resolution and have a productive discussion when people are aligned to their respective roles and possess wisdom, acting from that wisdom rather than from their misaligned and childish egos. So, dear friends, in summary, if your love life doesn't work, don't try too hard, but instead start by reviewing, analyzing, and updating the role you currently play. Change your self-perception and certain behaviors. If you are a man and you feel you lack masculinity and character, choose to consciously work on that. This doesn't mean becoming aggressive, not at all. What I mean is choose to become more assertive, take more risks when you feel you need to. Don't be afraid to take initiative, take charge, step into your masculinity more strongly, make those qualities more pronounced. It will bring success to you because physical reality is your domain naturally. You will succeed and your head will spin when you see how reality suddenly shifts into your favor in all aspects. But you must take the first step towards it. It won't happen if you just watch this video and forget all about it. And for you ladies, relaxing into your femininity, melting away your ice, letting go of control. Stop taking too much responsibility. Learn to ask for help when you need it. You don't need to pretend that you are a snow queen. You don't need to compete with men or prove something to anybody. This just doesn't work. But only takes away your energy, your health, your beauty, your success and your luck. It pulls you away from the love you want. Embrace your femininity. Learn to love and respect yourself. Learn to relax, spoil yourself and give yourself gifts. Give love generously. Show your emotions. Learn to give yourself pleasure and become your best girlfriend. Become your best friend. The topic of relationship is of course very broad and there are many aspects to it, but I hope that my message reaches people that need to hear it now. Whatever stage you are in life right now, whether you're a man or a woman, I would like to wish you success in all your ventures. Step forward with confidence. Don't hold back. I wish you find the love of your life soon. With love, Olga Bednarski.